If you've had it with constant noise, higher crime rates, and constant traffic in your neighborhoods, this is where you need to look for your next home. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim Cameron, your host for Everything Denver, Colorado, where we explore all the great neighborhoods and suburbs of Denver, Colorado. And today we're going to the outskirts of Denver. We're highlighting the town of Elizabeth. So if you're thinking of a move to the Denver metro area, hit me up, call, text, or email. I got your back on all things Denver real estate, and we'll get you set up for success on your move to the Denver metro area. And don't forget to download that free relocation guide I have linked in the video description below. So guys, this video, we're going outside of Denver to a town of Elizabeth. Now you may not have heard this, but if you pull up a map, you can see that Elizabeth is located kind of on the southeast corner of the Denver metro area, just past Parker. Just to the east of Parker sits the town of Elizabeth. Now this is still a small town, but it is growing with a lot of development and getting a little bit more of a suburban feel mixed in with the traditional rural, quiet country town. And if you're looking for something that you want a quieter, slower pace of life and to save a lot of money, this could be the perfect neighborhood for you to check out on your move in and around Denver. So the town of Elizabeth proper, it's about 1,600 residents and growing, and then there's hundreds and hundreds more kind of on the outskirts and blending into the other rural towns out this way. Elizabeth was traditionally known as one of our more rural towns, farmland, and a lot of horse property in this area. So you're going to find a pretty big blend of rural properties that are 35 acres plus to smaller subdivisions where they have the land and the homes divided up into 2 or 5 acre plots. And then you'll even find some subdivision living here in this community now that's coming in as well. Builders like Lennar, Richmond, and Century Communities are building suburban neighborhoods in the town that's attracted a lot of new people to this particular part of Colorado. So let's start with our pros to living in the Elizabeth area. Pro number 1 is peace, quiet, and separation. If you are tired of kind of the hustle and bustle of the city, sitting in traffic every single day, and you want a quieter, slower pace of life where you still have some distance from your neighbors, then Elizabeth could be the perfect place for you. Now, that is specifically if you are looking for more rural property or something with some acreage on it. Like I said, there are subdivisions going in, and while they will be quieter and slower pace of life in those areas, they are typical subdivisions, so your neighbors will be pretty close. I will say that been out there and helped clients out there, so many of the people are so very friendly, and it is a very welcoming and inviting community. Pro number 2, small town community feel. So if you're also looking not only to escape the hustle and bustle, but you don't like the traditional problems that come with city living, like the homeless problem in Denver or the higher crime rates in Aurora, and you're looking for a slower, quieter, cleaner pace of life, this area is going to be perfect for that. So like I said, only 1,600 residents. It does have its own police department and sheriff's department. They do a great job of keeping the community clean and safe. And when you come out here, you're just going to have kind of clean, fresh air to breathe. You'll just notice as you kind of cruise out past Parker into this Elizabeth area that it's just a slower pace of life. And while there are a lot more suburban amenities starting to go in, it doesn't have the big box stores and the typical suburban amenities that you kind of see in Parker or Castle Rock. And that's a reason a lot of people like it. They like more of that small town feel. You have one main street where they put on parades during the 4th of July and concerts during the summer in the park. And you definitely just have more of a smaller, tight-knit community feel when you make the move out to Elizabeth. Pro number 3 is going to be newer homes at lower prices. So like I had mentioned before, Century and Lennar and Richmond, America are all building developments out here in this particular area, like Singing Hills and the area of Legacy next to the Old Town Elizabeth downtown area. They're building a lot of new homes, and these homes are comparable to what you're going to find in Parker, Castle Rock, and Highlands Ranch and those other subdivisions around the Denver metro area, but you're going to be saving a lot of money moving outside the Denver metro area into the town of Elizabeth. Now, I forgot to mention, Elizabeth is about a 45-minute commute into Denver. That is on a good day, so your commute time can be 45 minutes to an hour depending on where you're trying to get to in, say, the Denver Tech Center or downtown Denver. So that is a little bit of a ways away, but as a result, your home prices are going to be drastically better. A similar home home in the Castle Rock or Parker area is going to be $50,000 to $75,000 more than it is in the Elizabeth neighborhood. So huge cost savings. Yes, you're sacrificing some time in the car to get to different locations, but you're saving a lot of money moving out to Elizabeth versus those other suburban areas. Pro number 4, we're talking about the proximity and the area around Elizabeth. You're very close to Parker and Castle Rock. So just to get to Parker, you're probably about a 15-minute drive. To get to Castle Rock, it's 20 to 25 minutes. And those are the places that are going to have all your suburban amenities and more dining and shopping options. So there are a few things in Elizabeth, but not many. There's a couple local restaurants, pizza places, and things like that, and a Walmart and a Safeway grocery store. But if you're looking for your other things like your Costco and Sam's Club and Home Depot that you traditionally associate with the suburbs, you're going to have to travel to Parker or Castle Rock for those. And it is nice to have those nearby. So if you do need something that is more a big city amenity, you do have that nearby in Parker. Okay, so we talked about some of the pros to moving to Elizabeth. Let's hit on some of the cons real quick. Number 1 con is the commute time. If you have to commute into Denver every single day, it's going to be a challenge coming from this far away. Like I said, 45-minute commute on a good day, probably going to be closer to an hour and maybe an hour plus, depending on if you have to get all the way into the heart of downtown Denver. If you're getting into the Denver Tech Center, it might only be 45, 50-minute commute, but that can wear on people at times. So if you do have maybe a hybrid job where you work from home a couple of days a week and you only have to go into the office a couple of days, great. It probably doesn't affect you that much. If you have to make daily commutes 5 or 6 days a week into the Denver metro area and hit I-25 in that traffic, it can be a bit challenging. But like I said, you are further out from the Denver metro area, which also brings a lot of positives: the peace, the quiet, the serenity, the trees, a lot of beautiful things in this serene pocket of Elizabeth. Con number 2, limited shopping and dining option. Yes, this is a smaller town. Yes, you're going to sacrifice some of the restaurants and amenities that are nearby. There are local spots for you to check out, and there's local cafes and coffee shops and donut shops, but there's no mall and there's no typical suburban amenities other than Safeway and Walmart that are nearby. Now, if that's all you really need on a day-to-day basis, you're a simple guy like me, that's probably enough. You don't really need to have a mall or shopping center or anything. Costco is probably about 20-25 minutes away to travel into Parker. Sam's Club, if you prefer that, is about 25 minutes into Castle Rock. So those things are not too far away, but you don't have it right in your backyard, which some people like that convenience and other people like not having it at all. So it could be a pro or a con depending on how you look at it. Con number 3, and this is from a lot of the locals, that the growth is continuing and it is probably going to become a traditional Denver suburb over time. I kind of picture Elizabeth as the next Castle Rock or the next Parker. It's very close to those areas that used to be just kind of road stops on the way to either Colorado Springs or different small towns that were mainly agricultural based or farm based equestrian properties. But Elizabeth is definitely kind of growing into a suburb with all these builders coming in and building these master planned communities. It's gonna lose a little bit of that small town charm as it grows, and it's gonna feel like another traditional suburban area. But if you can get in and you enjoy the smaller town life and enjoy this for 15-20 years, and then you decide that maybe you want even a smaller community that's a little bit further out to retire in, there's gonna be that option for you too. Places like Kiowa that are further to the east, or even a smaller town vibe and have even larger plots of acreage if that is something that you're into. So if you're looking for horse property, you're looking for a slower pace of life, or you're looking for tremendous value and you still want a little bit of the suburban living, but you don't want to pay the prices of Castle Rock or Parker, Elizabeth is a great option for you, and it is a great place to live. I have several clients and friends that live in this area now, and they absolutely love it. So if you're thinking of a move to the Denver metro area, Elizabeth is on your list, or maybe you'd like more information about Kiowa or one of the other places, Parker or Castle Rock, that I mentioned in this video, please hit me up. Call, text, or email. I got your back on all things Denver real estate. We'll get you set up for success and find you the perfect home in the perfect neighborhood in Colorado. Until next time, guys, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.